This is healing work. Like, this is telling that younger version of you, I see you. I hear you. You are worthy. Your dreams matter. And don't worry about perfect writing. Like, you don't have to be an author to journal, because we're just journaling right now. And don't judge the emotions that come up, because there will be some that come up. Just let yourself feel and let yourself heal. Like, some people cry during this exercise. Some people laugh. Some people feel a deep sense of peace. Like, there's no wrong or right ways to do this. Have you ever wondered what could happen if you could talk to your younger self? What if I told you that writing a letter to your inner child could be the key to unlocking deep healing and self-discovery? Welcome to the Brave Method, where we talk all things relationships, healing, and self-love. I'm your host, Jazz Diane, and today we're talking about something that might change your life a little bit. We're going to explore something deeply personal, but also super transformative, and that's healing through writing, specifically writing a letter to your inner child. But let me talk about 2023 for a second. 2023 was a very transformative year for me. Like, I went from being absolutely terrified of becoming a mom to literally bringing the life into this world at the end of June last year. And while I was pregnant, I used to think about my younger self so much. I know, like, this journey wasn't about becoming a mother. Like, it was about understanding myself on a deeper level than I ever had before. This topic really hits home for me because when I was growing up, I had all of these dreams. And I remember being almost 12 years old, having just lost my grandmother and other matriarchs in our family who were these incredible entrepreneurs. One of my aunts, she had a salon. I had an uncle, he had a barber shop. I had an aunt, she was a baker, a really great baker. My great grandmother was a seamstress. I had another aunt. She also did sewing and made clothes and stuff like that. I had an uncle. He was a singer, sung with Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. And I just feel like their loss left a void. And I felt like I lost my cheerleaders. Like, they were the ones who always encouraged me. And fast forward to my early 20s, I found myself hesitating to pursue certain business ideas because I was just so worried about what other people would think. Like, there was this one time I had a vision of becoming a female barber. And I thought it would be so cool to be this skilled, confident woman in a male-dominated field. And I had the whole vision mapped out. Sexy vibes, a stylish little shop, and like this energy that just had everybody lining up to get a fresh cut. And I even researched barber schools or cosmetology school, but then I didn't go through with it. Why? Because I cared too much about what people would think. Like, why is she a barber? Or is this too unconventional? And then, like, what if I fail? Like, those were some of my thoughts. And then the crazy part is, when I think back on that moment, I realized it wasn't 22-year-old Jazz holding me back. It was the 12-year-old me. Like, the version of me who had just lost her grandmother and watched the matriarchs of our family, these strong entrepreneurial women and men, just fade away. And it all happened so fast, like literally within a few years. And I was just so young. And looking back now, I realize how much that 12-year-old me, still grieving and unsure, just needed someone to say, hey, it's okay to have these dreams. It's okay to be different. And that's exactly what this letter writing exercise is all about. Giving your younger self the encouragement and support they might have missed out on. And if you still don't understand who we're going to be writing this letter to, let's break this down. And I took this prompt from the After the Storm Workbook Journal. So basically, who is your inner child? It's that younger version of you, the one who experienced emotions so deeply, the one who had dreams before the world told you to tone it down, the one who carried hopes and fears and wounds that you've probably been still carrying around for years. When I started thinking about my inner child, I realized how much I've been carrying. Like those unspoken fears, the loss of my grandmother, the dreams that I buried. Like just as a young child, the entrepreneurial spirit that ran in my family, but somehow got muted in me as I was growing up. Like that barber dream. Like it wasn't just about cutting hair. It was about being bold and about showing up as my authentic self. Like I've always wanted to just be different, and I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. And although I've been an entrepreneur for about 13 years now, like I don't care about what a soul think about what I do or pursue like now on today. But I just wish I had that same spirit earlier in my entrepreneurial journey. And that's why this journal prompt is so powerful. Like writing a letter to your inner child is a way to connect with those earlier versions of yourself, to acknowledge their fears and honor their dreams and offer them guidance you wish someone had given you back then. But it's not about rewriting the past. It's about giving yourself permission to actually move forward. Like for me, writing that letter felt like telling 12-year-old Jazz, it's okay to dream boldly. You don't have to fit into everyone else's box. It's about healing, understanding, and just reconnecting with the most vulnerable part of yourself. And let me tell you, it's not just healing, it's freeing. Like you start to see how much you've been holding yourself back, and it just becomes easier to let go of those doubts and just take action on whatever it is that you want to do. So I want you to grab your notebook or your journal if you've ordered one from the website already, and write a letter to your inner child. And here's how to write this letter. First, find a quiet space, close your eyes, and visualize yourself at that age that feels most significant. And for me, it was 12, like that pivotal age after losing my grandmother. But start the letter with dear Aunt Sally. No, start the letter with dear your name, and just be honest and be raw and be vulnerable. Like, what did that younger version of you need to hear? And what fears were they carrying? What dreams did they have that got pushed aside? Like, what did you want to be that you didn't pursue, and why didn't you pursue that? Like, I know things change like that, but if that applies, then, and some prompts that you could consider while writing this. Like, what would you tell them about their worth? How would you validate their emotions? What dreams would you encourage them to pursue? And you can even answer, how would you protect them? This isn't just a writing exercise. This is healing work. Like, this is telling that younger version of you, I see you. I hear you. You are worthy. Your dreams matter. And don't worry about perfect writing. Like, you don't have to be an author to journal, because we're just journaling right now. And don't judge the emotions that come up, because there will be some that come up. Just let yourself feel and let yourself heal. Like, some people cry during this exercise. Some people laugh. Some people feel a deep sense of peace. Like, there's no wrong or right ways to do this. But I designed this journal and included some of these prompts literally to crack you open in this way. Like, to help you heal, to reconnect with yourself. And if you want a deeper dive into more prompts like this, then you can check out my journal. It's literally packed with tools to help you uncover your strength and just rewrite your own story. And you can find the details in the description or on my website. Thank you for spending time with me today. And if this episode resonated with you, let me know. Share your experience in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going. And don't forget to hit that like button. Of course, make sure you check the description for resources and updates. Until next time on A Brave Method, love yourself first and everything else will follow.